Are you in love with football? And what about sports betting? Do you want to earn really big money from it? Experts of BetFac prepare dozens of solid and safe predictions with high odds every day, so you can win a lot and stably. Just sign up through the link in the description and punish your bookie.
The World Cup trophy is with us in the studio and it has a look about it. I think it wants to go home. What a beautiful looking thing that is, isn't it? Well, England are ahead at half-time. They've looked very comfortable. You know, it was never going to be a blockbuster, but overall, they've had the chances.
Very impressed with them, Gary, in that first half. Done exactly what they had to do. Comfortable on the ball, creating chances, getting balls into the box after reluctantly doing that in the first 15 or 20 minutes. Now looking for balls in behind, because Sweden are playing that high line. We have the pace to hurt them, as Raheem showed there on one or two occasions, and I've seen nothing from Sweden that we should be worried about in that first half, because they lack pace in that team, and England can press and press high. Give us a neutral, balanced version, please, Jürgen.
Well, I think we discussed it before. It will take time to get into this game. You know, both teams were nervous in the first 15, 20 minutes. You know, a lot of missed passes, and it's difficult to get a rhythm. But then they settled, and especially England did really well to get more and more into the game. And you could see it coming. You could see it coming. If they get one or two or three chances, they're going to score. And what a goal it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great set piece yet again.
Yeah, and set pieces.
80% of England's goals have been from set pieces.
Set pieces in this tournament for England are proving vital, crucial. They've got big lumps in there. Harry Maguire has been dominant in that box, and the way he attacks his ball is just, he takes them out, get down, get out of the way, this is my ball, I want to see a route to goal, and he does it. And this is what you need to do in the opponent's box. And what they've created now within this tournament, there's a fear. You can sense a fear in opposing teams when we get set pieces, because we've been so dominant.
What a header, isn't it?
Oh, it's a magnificent header. It's a very, very good ball. And you get it into that area, and you know in that England team, you've got guys who are prepared to stick their head on it and get on the end of it. And what a brilliant header.
You know what, sorry, this is what people have been saying. Danny Rose, a natural left footer, play him out wide on the wing-back area. This is why Ashley Young's in the team. His delivery from set pieces has been exquisite in this tournament so far.
Certainly has. Goals from set pieces, England comfortably clear, as you can see there, with 10. Uruguay the next best. Sweden are there as well, and so they'll need to do something in the second half. England are a clean sheet away from the first World Cup semi-final since 1990. The only issue is they haven't kept one yet. Let's see the fans' reaction around the country.
Average opposition. I think England have had the run of the draw. You know, I haven't nothing to write home about really, apart from well organised, well prepared, and good temperament.
I would say in reply to that if you look at the group they were in, they finished second to France.
Finished second to Belgium.
No. In the qualifying for the World Cup.
Oh, Sweden.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you beg your pardon.
Right. They went and played a playoff game against Italy, and they didn't concede a goal. They have come here with a strong unit. They've done well against big nations, Italy, France, and they played as well as they were allowed to play today, and that's to England's credit. Okay. Largely. Yeah. Hugely. Because it's a quarter-final of the World Cup. There's players there like Lingard, who was outstanding in my opinion today, who can't get in his own side at Manchester United. He's not a first pick there. They pick Herrera instead, or some Pogba. Yeah. Now, if Pogba was playing for England, he'd ruin it, because he wouldn't be able to find a role. No, this is a great achievement by Gareth Southgate. Really, really great achievement, and Steve Holland, the coach. And nothing against winning games, set pieces. Look at John Terry at Chelsea and Frank Lampard, people like that. Mourinho's teams often, you know, you can win the Champions League with a set piece or lose it with a set piece. And we've seen that happen. So, you know, I would say that's a bit begrudging, Liam.
I'm not a begrudger.
No, I'm not saying you are a begrudger.
I'm not a begrudger. If, you know, I was delighted they won the other night. I said it before the penalties. I wanted England to win because Colombia were awful the way they approached the match. And I wanted England to win today. But to start putting it up there as a great English team or a brilliant English
nobody
team.
said that.
No, you said it's a great achievement. Yeah,
it is a great achievement.
Well, I would agree with that, but if Croatia win tonight, they'll beat England.
We'll have a nice big bet on that, baby.
Okay.
And I tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing you in your waistcoat next Wednesday night for their match at the Luzhniki. We'll have to go. We're going to look, Eamon, at the Dele Alli goal, the all-important second goal, and actually references made to it there about this as they worked on this on the training ground.
Yeah, well, Ashley Young did a lot of good work during the game down the left. They take their time. This is Lingard with a shot. The ball ends up with Lingard again. And he plays a beautiful first time cross to the far post. And Dele Alli sneaks in, as it so often does for Tottenham, having not appeared in the match at all. He's not offside. Sterling was, but he put it past Olsen, no problem. Beautiful ball from Lingard, who, as I've said, is not a starter for Manchester United when Mourinho has an option to play him. He sometimes starts, but not often. That's a very good goal. And if they worked on it in training, as the lads indicated there, it is more credit to Steve Holland and to Gareth Southgate. And I think when that's a number of goals now, the set pieces, all of them, I think this is a serious outfit. Getting the last inch and bit of everything they've got onto the pitch. And that's all you can ask from a coach, from a manager, from players, that you get everything there. And it's really praiseworthy. I think the only team that can beat them is Belgium. And I don't think Belgium, I'm not convinced about that. They certainly beat France if they get to play France, in my opinion. And I'm not overhyping them. I really believe that.
Yeah. Liam, you know, the fact that, like, say, Lingard, you know, OK, Rashford came on, he's not a regular starter at Manchester United, but these other players and a whole collection of players who, you know, have great sort of career stories, going on loan and various bits and pieces that happen to them as they learn their trade. But how, you know, if you put the Brazil team or the Belgium team down beside that England team, for example, you know, there may be better individuals in the Belgium team or the Brazilian team, but Southgate has actually managed to mould those guys into a team, a proper team.
Yes, and he's done it late on in the day, in as much as that he qualified without too much fuss from the in the qualifying stages over 18 months. I think they only drew one game and they won the rest. It was a fairly easy group. But then he switched to this formation prior to the World Cup. 3 at the back, 4 across midfield, and or should I say, wing backs, and 3 in behind Harry Kane with Henderson sitting. And it was a bit late in the day just going into a tournament, but he was convinced that was the right way to go. And so far, he's been vindicated. They haven't beaten anyone of significance, I don't think. Again, I'll say I thought the Swedes were very average. However, you know, give credit where credit is due. They're well prepared, they're well organised, and as Harry Kane said there, they're very confident.
It's good. There's great stories, you're right, with this personnel that he's got. 12 months ago, Pickford, who we're going to talk about in a little bit, relegated with Sunderland, having been here, there and everywhere on loan. Harry Maguire relegated with Hull. Trippier was second fiddle to Kyle Walker. There's success stories throughout this team. Last year, they were a bunch of misfits, really, and he's combined them. And they're an effective team. Yes, they lack in certain areas, but a team that wins this World Cup won't be the real deal. There's a World Cup there to be won, and I think it was fairly evident from the group stages of this World Cup.
I mean, you could see from the interview there, the conviction and belief. There was no false modesty, you know, from Harry Kane. There was none of that English thing. And there was no punch in the air either. You know, we've got a tough game to come. They're focused on things ahead, and I think they've been very well prepared by the people responsible for doing that. It's basically Gareth Southgate and Steve Holland.
Maybe that's the Irish blood in Harry Kane. Let her
Well, yeah, we could have...
his grandfather.
We could have had him, but we would have had him back playing centre-half.
Now stop.
Shoring up the back.
He would have done well for the Galway hurlers, I'll tell you. Let's have a look at some more England opportunities. And, like, they did have more chances. I know Sweden did put them under pressure start second half. Keith, this is you.
Set pieces, how Sweden allow Harry Maguire to get this header. He keeps it alive again. they're just very well structured in how they approach set pieces, line them up. They know exactly where they're going with them. They got into these areas time and time again in the second half. Sterling, prime example, got into the good areas, final pass, final little bit of quality was lacking for him. And as that goes on against Croatia or Belgium or France, they're going to need to take these 2-3 opportunities that they get, because today they didn't test Olsen as much as they should have, because territorially, possession-wise, playing against a very, very average side, they should have taken advantage more. They should have won that game 3 or 4-0 the way it panned out, but they didn't.
Sweden, we talked about the reaction that England would expect from them at the start of the second half, and there was a bit of a reaction from Sweden.
Well,
on.
they had a very good effort at 47 minutes there. This is Berg at the far post from across from Augustinsson. But again, Pickford, strong hand, strong arm, and again he's going to make another top save now. I think this is Klaassen coming in. It's pulled back to him, laid off. That was a real good move from Sweden. Maybe the only one of the match, but they opened England up, but the goalkeeper saved. He's been outstanding this tournament so far, has Pickford. This is a swivel here by Berg. A great save again. So every